Hello, I'm Isa Q. Tan of Asian Agribiz. Welcome to another Asian Agribiz podcast. Today, Arif Baharuddin is speaking to Bas Kanters about trends in the poultry hatchery industry in Asia.
Hi, Bas. Welcome to Asian Agribiz Podcast.
Hey Parif, thank you very much for inviting me for this podcast.
Why don't we start this podcast with a brief introduction of yourself and Royal Pass Reform?
My name is Bas Kanters. I studied animal science in Wageningen. Since 2005, I'm based in Jakarta and active in the poultry business. The last 11 years, I'm sales director Asia for Royal Pass Reform. Together with my colleague Michael, who's based in Bangkok, I'm responsible for sales in Asia. Royal Pass Reform is the world's only single-source supplier of integrated hatchery solutions that always achieve the most and best chicks. Being a supplier of integrated hatchery solutions means that besides incubators, hatchery automation and hatchery ventilation, we also deliver knowledge and training, we deliver software for data analysis, and we deliver planning, project and after-sales services.
Great. Let's roll. Bas, one of the most significant hatchery changes around the world during the last years is the migration from multistage to single stage systems. What drives the migration?
I believe there are four main reasons for the migration from multi-stage to single-stage incubation. Number one is that in multi-stage incubators, one temperature set point is used for all 6 different ages. Because of genetic improvements and therefore increased heat production, especially at the end of the incubation period, it becomes impossible to control the embryo temperature of the bigger embryos. Now, and this results in lower quality chicks. The second reason is that the whole chain, up till slaughter, would like to have a better uniformity, and that begins with chick uniformity. With single stage incubation, we can control the incubation program exactly to the needs of the embryos. We can control the temperature, the humidity, and the ventilation at any day of the incubation cycle. Now, and that is why we get a higher hatchability, better chick uniformity, better chick quality, so a higher number of robust day-old chicks. Another reason is that nowadays customers demand better food safety. Customers have higher quality standards and they prefer to eat healthy food. Using single stage, which is an all-in, all-out system, allows for cleaning and disinfection after every setter cycle. So from a hygiene point of view, in single-stage machines, there is less risk of contamination, leading to better broiler performance, lower mortality, and cleaner chicken meat. And reason number 4 is that poultry companies and integrators focus on maximizing their profits. These companies know that the advantages of multi-stage machines, lower investment and lower energy costs, cannot compete with the single stage advantages of higher hatchability and better chick quality, combined with lower first week mortality, faster growth, and lower FCR in the broiler farms.
From the management aspect, is single stage incubator easier to manage than multi stage incubator?
With today's computerized incubators, I believe it is easier to manage single stage incubators than multi stage incubators. With our server, our Smart Center Pro, our customers can continuously monitor their incubators, their hatchery automation, and the ventilation system. And together with our data analysis tool, they can fine-tune all incubation parameters at all times so they get optimum incubation results.
In Asia, which countries that can be categorized into a fast migrating group and why?
The last 5 to 10 years, most companies in Asia invested in single-stage incubators. Investing in single-stage incubation is not only an advantage because of the higher level of biosecurity, but also because single-stage incubators are more efficient in meeting the needs of the growing embryo. Now, this leads to increased hatch performance and improved chick uniformity, and this leads to an increased return on investment.
Okay, what will the future be in the next 5 to 10 years?
In my opinion, the vast majority of the poultry companies will continue to expand with single-stage incubators.
The next trend to discuss is post-hatch feeding. It is said that this new concept promotes the development of robust DOC. Tell us about this new concept and its benefits.
Yes, you're right. Post-hatch feeding promotes the development of robust day-old chicks. The general concept is that for post-hatch feeding, we need feed, we need water, and we need light in the hatcher at the moment the first chicks hatch. A great benefit is that post-hatch feeding stimulates the development of the intestines and the immune system. Now, and this helps to reduce the need for antibiotics. Another benefit is that post-hatch feeding is animal welfare friendly. In some countries, animal welfare organizations demand that chicks have access to feed and water as soon as they are born. And a third benefit is that chicks with access to feed with water right after hatching perform better in the field, so the farmers will get better results. In 2019, Royal Past Reform, in cooperation with an European integration, carried out a large field study in a commercial setting to test the effect of Smartstart on first week mortality. The results showed that the first week mortality was significantly lower for the Smartstart chicks.
What are the key components of post hatch feeding and what equipment do we need?
The two key components of our Smartstart solution, our post-hatch feeding concept, are precision feeding and intelligent lighting. Precision feeding provides a highly nutritious semi-moist soft crumble. The second key component is intelligent lighting. We have 6 LED lighting units in the ceiling of our hatcher, and these LED lights operate at a certain frequency and at a certain wavelength or color, so the chicks hatch in a stress-free environment. What equipment do we need? Besides the semi-moist feed and LED lights, we designed hatcher baskets with feeding balconies on the outside of the basket, a dosing unit and a transfer system. The transfer system transfers eggs from the setter trays to the Smartstart hatcher baskets. The dosing units doses the semi-moist feed in the feeding balconies of the hatcher baskets. Now, the combination of the LED lights, which light up all feeding balconies, and the nice smell and red color of the semi-moist feed attracts the chicks to the feeding balconies with the semi-moist feed.
Great. How are Asian poultry producers responding this new concept?
Most of the hatcheries with post-hatch feeding are located in Europe and the USA. Also in the Netherlands, 3 leading hatcheries are using our Smartstart hatchers, partly driven by the fact that some form of early feeding in the hatchery becomes mandatory within 3 years from now. In Asia, we just started with the promotion of our Smart Hatch feeding concept. That's why I would like to mention that Smartstart is a very flexible concept. It is easy to install Smartstart in your existing Passreform hatchers. Further, in new hatcheries, it is possible to use Smartstart in 1, 2, 3, or in all hatchers, or it could be applied to eggs from young flocks only.
When you introduced this new concept to your Asian customers, what was their response?
All customers who saw our Smartstart concept were quite impressed, especially because it makes perfectly sense that the combination of the semi-moist feed in the feed balconies and the LED lights lighting up the feed balconies, which will attract the chicks to the semi-moist feed with its red color and nice smell.
Do you think post-hatch feeding will be the next big thing in Asia and adopted by many Asian companies?
Let's hope so, Parif. It could happen. If one company in Asia begins with Smartstart, post-hatch feeding, and they see that the broiler results are even better with Smartstart, then it is possible that many companies will follow.
Thank you very much for your time and great explanation, Bas.
You're welcome, and thank you very much for this opportunity, Parif.
Thank you for listening to another Asian Agribiz podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to this show on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcast. And please do visit us at www.asian-agribiz.com for more information about the Asian animal protein industry. Come and join us again in our future podcast.